Good afternoon, Paul Hawksby, Charlie Baker here on talkSPORT. We're going to talk a bit of American sports now, because over in the UK, joining us in the studios, US sports aficionado, fan, expert, Mike Florin. Good afternoon, Mike.
Good afternoon. Nice to be here, guys.
Yeah,
really
good
welcome,
to see
Mike.
you. We've just been chatting off air. The big story in American sport today is the majority stake in the Lakers being sold. And if anybody watched Winning Time, that brilliant series on TV, they'd know about Jerry Buss and the Buss family who've been in charge of the club all this time. But this is a $10 billion, £7.45 billion for a majority stake, Mike.
Yeah, it's astonishing. So, I mean, to put that in perspective, the Buss family bought the Lakers in 1979, and you saw the show.
Yeah.
The NBA was floundering at that point. They spent $67 million. I think that included the forum. So I think the value at the time, the purchase price, was, I think, $16 million. $16 million flipped to $10 billion.
Yeah.
Now, to put it in context, the Celtics, another great franchise in the U.S. and around the world, sold for $6 billion just a couple months ago. So the Laker valuation is astonishing, and you can only imagine. We talked about this earlier. What are the Yankees worth?
Yeah.
You know, the Yankees worth $12 billion. It's astonishing.
It's these
keep going up.
immediately recognizable worldwide franchises that
100%.
that are suddenly for sale, you know. And I suppose they've decided to cash in. If a good offer in any business, if a good offer comes in, it gets sold.
The Celtics, I think, 2002 was sold for $300 million.
Mm-hmm.
Flipped that to $6 billion. So you got to wonder, a lot of these NFL owners or MLB owners, NBA owners, I mean, they're sitting on a tremendous amount of value.
Yeah, and it has a life beyond just this sport and other American sports, because Manchester United and other franchises, they'll look at it and say, okay, if the Lakers are worth that, then what are we worth?
Yeah.
It's like anything, you benchmark it. Right?
Yeah,
so
sure.
it's, but that number was, I mean, given the Celtics just a couple months ago, it really is astonishing.
You also wonder with the Lakers as well, is it, you know, you've got to know when to hold, know when to fold, and maybe the Lakers have peaked for a while. Maybe they've been at their showbiz peak.
Well, Charlie, I'm a Nets fan.
Yeah.
So as a Nets fan,
the Nets have peaked. I'm saying that.
We have definitely peaked, and we're waiting for that. It's the peak and valley. We're in the valley, and there will be another peak.
Yeah, it will come.
It will come. I just have no idea when, but it'll come.
We're getting to we've got the NBA finals ongoing. So they could kind of conclude tonight potentially, couldn't they? Well,
Pacers beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, two smaller teams, which people have been sort of complaining about being in the finals.
Yeah, and it's been a great series. You know, you got two young teams. Oklahoma City Thunder, when they were the Seattle Supersonics, I think they won in '79. Pacers have never won it. It's been a great series. I hope the Pacers can win today and take it to Game 7.
Now, I know Seattle Supersonics won it in 1979 because I was on a game show recently called Pointless
on TV.
And the question that was the final to win the money final round
for charity.
Was, can you name a franchise that has won it once but been in the final twice?
That's interesting.
And the Seattle Supersonics was the answer.
And they should have a team, by the way.
Yeah.
Seattle should have a team, the Supersonics.
We should maybe all look to what they've done in basketball, because David Stern was the old commissioner, wasn't he? And he kind of set up the salary cap. We were talking to Tom Macklin about this last week. But what it's meant is the last 6 years could be, for the 7th year season running, you're going to have a different winner, which is great. Everybody, that's what sport should be about.
Which is great. You know, it's not the Celtics, it's not the Lakers, it's not the Bucks.
Yeah.
You know, now the Pacers are the Thunder, which gives my Nets a chance.
You think gives them a chance?
That's true.
Are they trading? You can trade picks though, can't you? Rather than being a financial deal, they trade what pick they get in the next round, and all that sort of thing. Yeah.
And the Pacers and the OKC. I mean, I think they've got a long runway now.
Yeah.
And baseball wise, who's your team then?
I am a passionate Yankee fan.
Okay.
Now we haven't won in 5 games. I think we've been scoreless for 3 games.
Sure.
Up until last night. So I'm a passionate Yankee fan, and I know, Paul, that you're a Red Sox fan,
like the Red Sox.
They've got a great history, but as a Yankee Red Sox, we don't.
I went to my son was living over there for a while, and I went to a couple of Yankees Red Sox games, and you know, there was no real segregation. I was sitting in a bit of a sort of leery part of the Red Sox. Yeah, I'm not quite their leeriest, but there was a bit of noise. But there was some Yankees fans in there, and there was a little bit of banter, but it was all good humoured. It's not like we often get at football. We wouldn't, a bit more world.
I've been to a couple of Yankee Red Sox games at Fenway, and it's always a great experience. And they actually are very, at least to us, they were very good to us.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you 2 little claims to fame that I have been.
Okay, yeah.
I've been to 2 no-hitters at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, wow.
Maybe you're the curse for that. Maybe you were the reason.
Maybe.
That was your fault.
Now,
But there's no away fan culture, is there? Particularly.
What's that?
That away fan culture that exists in football in the UK doesn't particularly exist in NFL or.
Probably not to the same extent.
Not to the same extent, no.
The games that have been played in the UK, the NFL games now, when you chat to some of the fans that have come over, they seem to be quite enjoying it. I was talking to some guys at a game at Tottenham's ground, and I said, "You've lost a match. How do you feel about losing a game?" They said, "Well, we've had an opportunity to come over and spend some time in London, so we've kind of made it a holiday."
Yeah, I think the NFL has done such a great job, and it's an experience. Like, I mean, it's great to go see your team. I mean, the Jets have been in London, I think, a couple of times. I know they were here a few years ago, and it looks like, I mean, they do a great job, and makes it a nice long weekend. So what better long weekend than to watch the Jets perhaps lose and see London?
Now, there's a World Cup. It's obviously a soccer World Cup in the States and Mexico and Canada next year. And it hadn't dawned on me that it's going to be the 250th anniversary, isn't it, of the United States? So it's a huge year, isn't it?
It's a huge year.
Yeah.
And I think the World Cup, it's going to be exciting. I mean, I was at the World Cup many years ago.
94,
I went to a game at then Giant Stadium. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I think it'll be great.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about there's been some low attendances at this Club World Cup, but it's a completely different animal. And I think, Americans, as we said, are good events people. If you put an event on, they'll turn up. And I think all the stadiums will be packed. It'll be good.
They'll turn up. And the Club World Cup, it's early days.
Yeah.
And it would be great if one of the MLS teams, we have 3 MLS teams, it would be great if one of them surprised.
Yeah.
And so I know the first match, I think they all lost.
I mean, imagine if that happens, Mike. Far be it for me to say.
It would have been nice. It would be nice if we had one of the New York teams, New York, New Jersey teams in it.
The US national team under Maurizio Pochettino they're going for a bit of a bad run. I think they've lost 4 in a row. They lost to the Swiss the other day, and it's I mean, the trouble is they don't play any competitive fixtures. They're just playing friendlies because they've already qualified.
Right.
That's an issue,
But it'll be the World Cup coming out will be great though.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
And the finals are at MetLife.
Oh,
and it'll be grass,
which holds
about 80.
Okay, great. That's ideal. Yeah, fantastic.
It'll be good.
Are you going to be able to see any sport while you're here, Mike?
No, unfortunately, I have to head back.
Too busy.
You can't get to Lords, England, India.
It's Headingley.
That would be. Oh, it's Headingley. Yeah,
I'd love to. And I'd say one of the things I have never done.
Yeah.
I've never been to a Premier League game.
Oh, really?
A Premier League match. That's like on my bucket list.
I'd
love to see Arsenal.
Okay.
I have not seen Arsenal.
Next time you have to come out.
We're doing well.
I'll go see Man City or Manchester United.
You'll get tickets for Man City.
Yeah. Well, Man City used to have a joint venture with the Yes Network, I believe. With the
okay, great.
Well,
That's like a little dig
Mike
now and
are always
again.
going to get on well. I'm a Spurs fan. He's an Arsenal fan. I'm a Red Sox fan.
You're a Red Sox fan. Are you a Patriot fan too?
I don't really follow NFL.
So maybe you
team,
become a Jet fan. We could use
maybe. I should come over to
and
your side.
if I could promote the Nets any bit, I'm happy to do that.
I'm Nick through and through. I've been once.
The issue.
I've been once, and that's me for life. I'm afraid.
That's it. They got him. Mike, love it to meet you. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Great being here, guys.
Forever.
Enjoy the rest of your time.
He's awesome.
I'll try and take you a Tottenham game before Arsenal get you. I think that might be the secret.
I would enjoy that.
Yeah. Mike Florin there, thanks to him.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.